me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We about to break bread right now. Without further ado, as y'all can see when y'all come through the conversation that I'm about to have with you, we're gonna talk about progress. But before we get too far into that, we gotta bring the ancestors on in the room, you feel me? Bring the ancestors on in the room. We need that good energy, you know what I'm saying? That good energy. Shout out to you, Shay. Good to see you, God. Good to see you. Shout out to you and your whole family, your beautiful family. At that. Look forward to meeting y'all soon, as I will be hitting the road soon to meet some beautiful people and bring light to the goodness that is, or greatness that is us. You feel me? Again, today we talking about progress. Appreciate you coming on in, dropping that comment. Please share the live if you don't mind. By the way, make sure y'all, when y'all get some chances, get some time. You feel me? Make some time to go check out my bro Investing Out the Blue. You feel me? Make sure y'all go show some love. Tell him his twin told you to come through. As well as make sure y'all go check out the Solar Vision Debate League. You feel me? Check out the Argument League. It's the league. As well, make sure y'all check out the Commissioner's channel. Y'all will be hearing about it over there if y'all come through the community that we have. But again, glad the ancestors have arrived in the form of us, as well as in spirit form. You feel me? Alright. So look, you know what we do. We go to the plug as usual. You feel me? And with us going to the plug today, the plug today is progress. That's what we plugging into. We plugging into the wave of progress. In order to receive progress, one must believe in progress. And it is, as it is, as you, what's up with it, Moon? As it is, one must be in the being, in the state of thinking for us to conceive it. You feel me? So we must believe at first that progress is possible. So we got to come out the mind frame of our situation is just hopeless and we stuck to, doing whatever. You feel me? As in physics, I'm a speaking layman's or paraphrasing physics, all is mind. Meaning your reality is shaped by how you think, basically. You feel me? And it's a holographic form of how you envision or you perceive life to be. I'm just saying, this is the things that we gotta take into account when not protecting our perception or taking into account that we have the ability to affect our own perception in a positive light. You feel me? In a positive light. As when you are already stressed, it makes you want to crave certain things. Think about this. When we stressing y'all out here because we don't understand what's going on and we not taking the time to figure out, it make you crave certain things. Like, for instance, if you stress, you want salty foods. You tend to want salty or fried, you know what I'm saying? Something crispy. And as you eat that, it gives you more confirmation of your already bias. So if you felt like life wasn't treating you right, if you felt like things weren't going your way, you know what I'm saying, before, obviously, for you to be stressed, you know what I'm saying, it's only going to give you more reason to feel that way. It's only going to give you more soothing or it's only going to give you more of that anxiety that you have become used to. Remember, it's the familiarity with these feelings that make it, our norm or our comfort zone. It's not that they good or bad per se, but good and bad per se is based on what your progression is. What's your purpose? You feel me? Where you trying to progress to? So good and bad would be determined by if you working towards the goals that you say you have in life. You feel me? That's why we talking about progress and plugging in to said progress. So you can use this progress or your purpose, being in tune or making steps towards your purpose to allow for you to see whether or not you are actually, you know what I'm saying, making progress. Or your time is well or better spent in other aspects. You feel me? We ain't get here by romanticizing, y'all. Peace to you, God. Thank you for being here. Nobody be. We ain't get here by romanticizing, right? So anything that is taken away from your purpose by any means to achieve perfect peace and to reverberate that to other people, hey, it got to get removed out your life. As perfect peace must be accomplished. Be a blessing and allow blessings to come to you as you see the behind the scenes when you join the team. You feel me? When you start being a blessing, you start seeing how things come into be. And you can start being at peace when it seems like ain't nothing working in your favor. When it seems like ain't nobody talking that talk but you. When it seems like ain't nobody walking the walk but you. It'll be a thing of, you know what? I ain't even tripping off of it. I ain't even tripping off of it because I know that I'm in tune with my purpose, and being in tune with my purpose and the continuation of being in tune with my purpose has become my familiarity. It has become my familiarity. You feel me? A lot of things gonna come up in your life that seem like opportunities. That seem like, you know, it's a time, it's your time. But you know there are certain ways that you want to achieve things, because it's not the fact that you get to a certain destination that determines that you have it. Like, you can have all the currency in the world, but within you, the currency that should be on fire or passionate about loving people or edifying people, that currency is dormant to the point you always feel unfulfilled. Even though you have all of this, you still lashing out at the world. Because success isn't predicated on how much currency you have. It's predicated on how much peace you have within. And for a lot of us, we seem to think that if we have money, we'll have a certain amount of peace. Because for a lot of us, we go with we go without our basic necessities. Which in turn, this is another opportunity for this same currency to be promoted to you. As though if you had this currency, you would be so much better. Now, in order to get this currency, there's what? Nothing that you won't do. So now morale is out the window, or morals is out the window. And after so long of going against morals, you feel me, your moral compass, you're gonna lose morale towards the goals. You're gonna lose morale towards the path. And you're gonna see you start lashing out at life as though you're playing with death. As though you're flirting with death. And it's most dangerous when you do it unknowing. Again, remember, wrong and right is situational to your purpose. And when you're in tune with your purpose heading in that direction, we call that progress. Peace to you, Jan, baby. Appreciate you coming in. We call that progress. Now you know how to create your own movie at that point. And you can cue your blessings. Remember, all possibilities is present around us at all times. But you got to be of the mind of the possibility that you believe. Speak it as though it was. So if it's a jacket that you trying to bring into light, you feel me? Say, man, I'll be glad when I can reach out. Matter of fact, I need to reach out and put on my jacket. I need to find my jacket. Find new ways to phrase the different things that you want to bring into light. Find new ways. Check in on your progress reports. You feel me? Give yourself credit. Because at some point, if you don't start marking off your checks and balances and giving yourself credit, it's going to get to a point you're going to feel like, what's the point of even doing it? You're going to feel like, what am I doing? What's up with the long hair? Good to see you. You're going to feel like, what am I doing? And when it comes to progress, we got to mark the progress, right? So that means from here to there. Oh, okay. You said you was going to do this. You went through. You did this. Or you said you was going to do this and you only made it this far. How we going to get to this point? Again, these progress reports keep us from romanticizing romanticizing what we must do, but keeping in mind what we must do at the same time. You feel me? Keeping in mind what we must do at the same time, but also allowing for us to say, you know what, I am proud of myself for how far I've come. I'm proud of myself. What's up with it, OG? I'm in I'm in my mojo phase, you feel me? But I ain't want to, make it seem like I wasn't accepting you. What you want to do? You want to run the game real quick? I,
Yeah, we can.
all right.
What you was on one though?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna like mute the music, but I'm gonna keep going though.
Say what?
I said I'm probably gonna mute you with the music, but I'm gonna keep going though, if it's cool.
Oh yeah, all right. Go ahead.
All right,
Go
Ken.
ahead.
Okay, love. Appreciate you. See how they mess with you when it's convenient, right? Start paying attention to certain people in your life that's only there when it's convenient, right? If they feel like they can get some sort of progress off of the progress that you've been making. I'm not telling you that for you to say, you know what, don't come over here because you see me doing this. No, pay attention. This might be your opportunity to edify somebody even further. Because don't forget, we getting it so we can give it. That's the whole point of rising to the point of, once you done met the plug, you on your come up, you keep on doing it, and you in a succession to the point you become an OG, meaning you have the wisdom to pass off to somebody else. There's no point in you not recognizing though where they at. So only way you're gonna be able to recognize where they at is doing your own progress reports, paying attention to the progress that you said you was gonna make. Otherwise, you gonna lose morale in yourself. You gonna be like, man, you know what? Yeah, that's a good idea, but you ain't gonna seek to apply it. A lot of people wonder why I keep on being stuck on I. I got this idea. I want to do this. I'm thinking this. First of all, you gotta change the way you talking. Second of all, you gotta really believe in what you're saying in order for you to apply it. Some of us, the way our mind is set up, we need to study it a little more. You know what I'm saying? For some of us, we need to get hands-on with it in a safe environment where ain't nobody judging us. You feel me? For the rest of us, shoot, we just need to get started. We just need to get started and recognize we not waiting on nothing to get started. We don't need to wait on anything. Everything we need is already here. Otherwise, we wouldn't be conceiving it. The desires of your heart is in tune with your purpose. And everything that you've been through up until now is allowing you to conceive the way that you're going to do it. You can't do it the same way as everybody else. You can, but you just going to get lost in the fray. You just going to get lost in the fray because you just another carbon copy. And when they get rid of the original, you're going to get ducked off along the way. You feel me? You're going to get ducked off along the way. The byproduct of our labors, these are the things that we should be able to relax on when we ain't feeling it that day. Or when the spirits say, you know what, chill. Allow for some downloads to happen. You feel me? Allow for some downloads to happen. But when you don't put in the work, so then when it's time you can't go, when you're not feeling it, it kills your morale. Because then you start looking at life like life ain't fair. Because it's like, dang, I thought I would have this when I needed it, but it ain't there. But I'm telling you, you got to be the one to say, you know what? Like that squirrel, I'm going to put me up some nuts for when it's too cold for us to come outside. When it's too cold for the trees to even yield. You got to think about these times. Like we used to say when we was younger, we used to hear the old heads say, put up something for a rainy day. You know what I'm saying? Put up something for a rainy day. But this is what you do when you value you. Good to see you, Alana. When you value you going to make sure you straight. You know what I'm saying? Not to say you're not going to do nothing for nobody else. But in caring for you, you make sure everybody else straight. When I first started having kids, I ain't getting no extra jobs for every kid I had. But I had to break up the resources in order to allocate for all of us to be straight. Let's deal with the causes that stifle our success rather than keep on dealing with everybody else's issues and still not seeing. Because it's one thing, it's a beautiful thing to be able to learn from other people's issues. But if you can't see what you can learn from their issues to apply to your life, you just gossiping. You just gossiping. You feel me? You just really distracting yourself from the business you should be standing on, which is the business of, checking yourself. not romanticizing the progress that you need to be making. So you ain't got time to be talking about nobody else. You ain't got time to be talking about nobody else. Unless you like, man, shoot, I appreciate what OG doing over there. Look at the progress he making in his life. It let me know, guess what? Blessings is still coming. Guess what? I can't get comfortable where I'm at. Because guess what? There's still higher to go. And that should be motivation for a lot of y'all. But instead, when you see somebody up higher than you, you say, man, why he up there? You say, why she got that? But again, the way you speaking is as though you don't deserve it. The fact that you questioning why, you probably shouldn't. You probably shouldn't have it. You probably shouldn't be there. Because obviously you don't have the mind to be there. You got to dress for the job that you want to have. That's what my mom used to tell me. You feel me? I mean, you got to take on, in this situation, you got to take on the mind of the situation that you want to put yourself in. And at that point, only will you be able to conceive. You know, these glasses allow for some people to strengthen their sight, meaning there's levels of sight. Don't mean these things ain't been around the whole time. So in order for you to strengthen your sight, you got to get past that old person. That's why I took you to the plug. Like, hold on. The plug is for you to check on your progress. Stop checking on all the times when you feel like you took a L. Because truth be told, you taking another L by keep on talking about that. And you raising hell in your own life. But if you learned the lesson from it, hey, pat yourself on the back, my G. You don't need nobody else to say, hey, you know what, I could have crashed out. But I didn't. When they was talking that stuff, I remember a time when I said, you know what, somebody talk about me like that, and it's going to be up. But guess what? I let them have that. Because I realized that if they talking about me and I'm on top of my game, then guess what? They supposed to. I'm supposed to be the topic. You feel me? And if they talking behind my back, they already in the past. So let them have that. Don't you reach back in the past for it? For what? No, we fast forward. You feel me? That's why progress is the conquest. But the only way you're going to be able to fast forward, portal in, sometimes it feel like you wake up and you like, dang, the attention or the attention to the purpose that I was trying to draw, it's like, dang, I woke up to it today. But when you living in your truth, it don't take all of that, baby. Sometimes you see people doing a little too much, you be like, bro, it don't, sis, it don't, man, come on. Just walk in your purpose. Understand what your worth is. So when you come to the table, that's what you walk in. You ain't got to worry about what nobody else doing. To be sitting back hating. Only thing you can do is congratulate, because you know what? When it come my time, I don't want to hear nothing else. You feel me? I don't want to hear. But when you got self-love, when you congratulating yourself, you can actually be happy for some people. For some of us, we ain't won before. So we don't know what it look like to celebrate somebody else because ain't nobody celebrated us. I understand. But get your practice in. You feel me? Smile sometime when you don't feel like it. See how long you smile before you say, you know what am I tripping about? And start to work out your problems. That's why they say look in the mirror so you can see how you look, how you projecting yourself. Don't let your love get you killed. Don't let your love get you killed. That's one of the first rules out here. Man, come on, G. That's one of the first rules out here. Don't let your love get you killed. And what I mean by that, some of us, we so out of balance with our love. That, bro, you naked out here. And you too naked. To the point, even when people don't want to take advantage of you, guess what? You giving away advantages. You giving away advantages. And then turn around when people don't give you them same advantages in return, you say they wrong. But you giving too much. There's a such thing called balance. Everybody got something to bring to the table. So let everybody bring it to the table. You feel me? Let everybody bring it to the table. Don't, man, come on. Don't position yourself in situations that's going to hurt you in the long run just to blame somebody else for the outcome that you chose. If you want to be in love, but learn from that. I'm telling you what I learned. I made somebody my whole world and forgot who the hell I was. You feel me? And along the way, hey, I realized, hold on. It wasn't the fact that you love somebody that was a mistake. It's a way to do anything. It's a way to do anything. And when you go overboard, realize you went overboard. Hey, you ain't got no ship or no paddle. You jump ship. You was, look, bro, you was in love, but you was doing too much. You, come on, bro. In any other situation where you doing too much, you gonna fumble. So what come you can't fumble in your situation with your relationship? You putting too much pressure on it. You think she supposed to listen to you all the time. He supposed to do what you want to do all the time. He supposed to pick the food. Well, hold on. Why can't we balance it out? Why can't I allow for you to make some decisions so you can work on things that you ain't been able to work on up until now? Like your ability to decide. So as a relationship, now when we come together, we leave room for each other to grow. So when you make mistakes, I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you because I understand what's going on. See that we have conflicts as our perception persists. You feel me? We have conflicts because our perception is in chaos. You can't find peace of mind. What you want to do, OG? What you say, King? All right, okay, we can go one more. Again, y'all, when y'all perception is thrown off, your whole life thrown off. Because you only going to have what you believe in. You only going to have what you believe in. Try this. Think things that are great in your life that you want to manifest. And whenever you feeling down, tap back into that thought. Tap back into that thought until you forget what you was thinking about. Because half of the time, the stuff you be thinking about, it's a whole, like, a lot of us done been so used to complaining, we done learned to create a whole road of complaints. To the point when we start thinking something, it's a whole road of checks and balances. Did I complain about this? Did I complain about this? Oh, and did I forget to complain about, like, come on, G. So in order to rewire your mind, you're going to have to submerge yourself in a new way of thinking. And the new way of thinking is recognize the desires of your heart. If you don't exhaust these desires, they will exhaust you. They will exhaust you. You'll be sitting around hating on everybody doing what you know you're supposed to be doing. If you know you're supposed to be encouraging the people, which we all supposed to be out here being an inspiration, whether that's through your life, your life got to be what? Your conversation, your walk, your dress, how you treat people. You know what I'm saying? If y'all could, please tap that screen, share the live, you know what I'm saying? Drop a comment. That's how we change the algorithms or the outcomes of what we want to see on what we call online activity. You know, what are the interpretations that we are giving off is what we must ask, y'all. What are the interpretations that we giving off? If we ain't supportive of the things that we feel like is productive to or progressive in our life, then what are we giving off to the people? Don't use others to soothe or shield your insecurities. Do the work. Or it's like you using your family as a human shield. And life is looking to reveal areas in life where you can continue to yield strengths, grow in. Not for you to run from your problems. The problem's coming for you to figure out that you are the greatness you've been seeking the whole time. You are. You that. You've been feeling like you need some superhero to come back and save you when you are your savior. You your problem and your own savior. For one, stop being your own problem by running from yourself. When you start to understand certain things about yourself, like notice, this is what we do when we surrender. Surrender to yourself, man. Stop running from you. Stop saying I'm scared to be me because I'm scared people gonna mistreat me. Ain't it happening anyway? The only difference in the situation is gonna be at this point how you feeling about it. And if you feel like crap because you getting mistreated and you still not being yourself, like that's double whammy. But if you was being yourself, I'm telling you, ask OG and ask. Hey, if you ask me, when you being yourself, when people hate on you, it be confusing sometimes. Because it be hurtful because you know you trying to help them and they blocking their blessing by hating on you. But at the same time, it don't take long for you to get over it. We talking about that recovery time at this point. You feel me? As you start to get older, you feel me, and rigid in your thoughts, your recovery time take longer because you don't believe. Man, bro. Somebody Somebody needed to hear that. You feel me? Somebody, you gotta recognize you control this by how you think about all the proponents that are of this life. So if you believe, then you shall receive. If you believe you don't deserve it, then you won't. But you still receiving what you asked for. Thank you so much, love, for that investment. I'd rather be loved than not. I'd rather have love than not. For some of us, we scared to love somebody because we think we gonna lose them. We think we gonna lose them, so we like, man, I don't want to love. You already lost them because you thinking like that. But recognize the reason why you even thinking like that is because you lost something in life. You feel me? Whether it was that parent you felt like y'all was supposed to be a little closer than y'all was. You feel me? But in order for you to have a proper relationship, you're going to have to deal with that. And hopefully you can find somebody that allows for you to work through that while they give you room. You know, sometimes you're going to be with your girl, she going to talk crazy. She going to talk wet to you, but you got to let her have that if you care about her. You feel me? Because you would rather her work that out with you than to work that out with the world and tell everybody y'all business. You feel me? I'd rather be in pain from doing the work and rest from the fruits of my labor than to be in pain because I didn't do a thing. And now I'm dealing with the consequences. What'd you say, Ken? I can't hear you. Dang. I can't hear you. Hit me up, bro. I can't hear you. All right, love you, bro. I'd rather be in pain from doing the work than being in pain from dealing with the consequences. You feel me? It's going to be painful when you working out, right? It's painful. But you know on the other side of that pain you getting from that is the gain. And that's why I say you got to give yourself credit. You got to not romanticize and do your credit reports. You feel me? You got to do your progress reports. You got to. Give thanks to those who support you. You feel me? Give thanks. I appreciate the people that come out, rock out with the platform, because they know what we working towards. They know what we working on currently. You feel me? For people to even be able to appreciate what we doing around here, you got to be on this wave. You got to be on this vibration already. Protect your peace. The only difference between you and most situations you facing is how we go through things or how you feel about it. It's only but a certain amount of human functions. Don't let others take you outside your peace. Don't let others take you outside your peace, but the only way you gonna know that is for you to know your limitations. You know, I remember when I was younger, me and my little brothers, you know, we were trying to get out here and see what grown folks was doing. You know, they was smoking, they was drinking. So, you know, we had to figure out how much we could drink. You feel me? So we had to figure out our limitations, how much we could drink before we threw up. And for a lot of us, we so drunk off of life, we got to figure out how much, hey, what's up with it, love? How you doing, Hurricane? We got to figure out how much of this life we can drink or we can take in before we throw up. Get right with yourself as we do things to ensure others and ourselves we're good. We're good people. As we've had some messed up, we haven't had some messed up thoughts we done absorbed. Remember how the brain works. You absorb thoughts, filter out bad and good memories, all memories, you feel me? And I mean, you constantly remembering bad and good memories, and you got a filter over here. So we done had some thoughts, we done had the filter, right? But for some of us, we don't recognize all these thoughts ain't our thoughts. So you might have done had to filter a bad thought and thought you was a bad person. So here it is, you going overboard, being out of balance from what it really just take to, you know, do an act of kindness to the point now, even that's not right. Remember, too much of anything can be bad. Too much of anything can be bad. But here it is again, we using our insecurities to try to appeal to other people that we're good for real, instead of just being for real, just being who we are. A lot of us, we give too many explanations to people. We give too many explanations to people. And at that point, you killing your own morale too. Because you trying to appeal. You trying to appeal instead of just being for real. I can treat you right, but you want me to treat you like you ain't on one. Because you not about to make it to 10. You're not about to make it to 10. When I see what's happening, as you building yourself up to make impact, when that killer really just wanted to be understood. So they make their pain felt. Allow for the room to work. Allow for this room to work, y'all. This is a therapeutic room. Allow for this room to be a place where you work on yourself. Let's deal with the effects. Overcoming insecurities within ourselves to deal with others, y'all. Because a lot of times we dealing with others from the understanding of, shoot, hey, keep on messing with me, you gonna catch it. You feel me? And after so long, and you gonna catch it, we ain't talking no more. People just catching it. People just catching it. Raise up in your view of people. Think highly of people. And see how people change the way they act around you. I remember, man, some of the toughest done daughters, you feel me, used to come on my grandmama's house. But when they get to my grandmama's house, they weren't acting no crazy, no crazy stuff. At my grandmama's house, they would act like they got some sense. But my grandmama would talk to them like they was precious too. Peace to you, Prince the Kid. Appreciate them likes. She would treat them like they was the most precious thing too. So in turn, you feel me, they had a symbiotic relationship. They was synchronizing with the vibration. See, for a lot of us, we don't feel strong enough about the vibration that we trying to give. So eventually, we give before we get the other person to give in to what we trying to give. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta develop that belief by doing your checks and balances. Check your progress to see if it's working, the things that you say you gonna do, the sensitivities you asking for in your life. Recognize the cause is within, being how we view someone because of truth. You feel me? The cause is within. Being how we view someone becomes the truth. Observe the changes that you have imagined them to be. Observe those changes. That's how we check our progress. This may happen with some, but not all. But you would truly be able to see the essence of the people to see, oh, people are truly good. Some people will summarize you by what they want you to do. You feel me? Some people will summarize you by the thoughts they got in their head of some unforeseen evil. But that don't say nothing about you, but that say something about the things that they have allowed in their mind. You feel me? But if you feed into it in any way, other than to check yourself in case you might be giving off certain energies, you feel me? We don't romanticize. We checking our progress. You feel me? In case you might have lost yourself along the way. But once cost has been weighed, come on now. We reversing the curse right now. We peeping the setup so we can make it to the come up. You feel me? I done went to the plug. Recognize some people don't live in a truth for real to fix it. And the truth got to come out one way or the other. So then it gets projected. But you got to be intelligent enough to know what's going on, to not feed in, or else there will be consequences and repercussions. Or else that's where you are again. You feel me? And it becomes like a quicksand. Meaning, when I say there you are again, meaning you in that situation again. You feel me? And you're going to be even further in this time. Going backwards earns you karma. To go forward, you must manifest in your purpose. You must believe in progress. You must believe the things that you're setting out to do now is really worth it. You must believe that it's going to be better. To the point that feeling becomes so strong because you done applied it and you done developed a certain level of confidence that you know without no doubt. You like, man, you know what? Hey, being good is the only route. You feel me? Being good is the only route. Overcoming jealousy is how we come up. Stop holding on. Stop holding on to low energy feelings. That keep us stagnant. That's what keeps us stagnant. When you start holding on to feelings of negativity, it's going to keep you stagnant every time. Understand the only difference between you and most situations you're feeling. Most situations is your feelings on it. That's all. You feel me? So check your feelings on these situations. Make sure it's not putting you out of balance to the point you can't make a decision. Because a lot of times we be feeling too much. Again, it's about the balance. Not to say you can't feel nothing. Continue in your success no matter who or what comes along. If you've been successful thinking positive, no matter what come along, you feel me? You notice it and you go back to your positive thoughts. People will rise to the occasion because of you. Remember now, people will. This is how we come up. Recognize. This is how we came up from the examples of others. And we remember how that felt. So the point, we like, you know what? I want to give off this feeling as well. For some, we have to exhaust our thoughts of having a whole bunch of money to see that it ain't about the abundance that you seek in its totality, but it's when you've been deprived of basic necessities that you realize you ain't really thinking, but being programmed and being prompted for real. You feel me? By these different talking points you done been given. You know, if they had money, they'll probably, be better off. They're poor. That's why they don't understand. So then you like, shoot, if I had money, I know something. We used to say, shoot, the rich folk know who did this. Shoot, I'm trying to have that Michael Jackson money so I can know what the mob know. That's what we used to say. You feel me? Because we assume them people must know something in order for them to be at that level. They won't be left behind as you thought they would be. You feel me? They won't be left behind as you thought they would be. The people that you worrying about, that you keep holding up for. If we would picture them how we need them to be, we would transfer this energy. We would transfer it into thought. I've seen it done too many times. So before you open your mouth to tell somebody to do something, sometimes you just need to concentrate on that thought and then let it go. Remember, as sure as we have thoughts, they fire off. So sometimes we got to think that thought through, because remember, we absorb a lot of different things. But think that thought through. Don't let that first thought be the end of the conversation in most situations. You feel me? Check your progress. Check your stocks and balance. If something come across your head that you like, I would never do no stuff like that, well then take that time to understand where did that conversation come from. What did you see earlier today that made you even think about that? And then you finish that sentence, you say, you know what? I ain't easily affected by what people expected. You feel me? I ain't easily affected by what people expected, so I'm not going to give them that. I'm going to do better by myself than that. Stop hurting in private. Instead, focus that energy to building yourself up. To building yourself up. Remember, I'd rather be hurting for the work I did than to be hurting because I know I didn't do and the problems is still coming around. So when they come knocking, you feel me? So when they come a knocking, I'm hurting. What happens when you let your attention go truly to the source? Then you go back into deal with your family. What happens? Then you can focus your mind to come to a proper solution or a better conclusion. Great projects. You feel me? All you got to do is tap in. Peace to you, Melanin King. Tap into the source of the all-knowing by letting go of your reservation to taking care of business. And the business is tapping into you. The business is tapping into you. Even if you are busy cleaning your house, feel the moment. Feel the moment of who you are. How no matter what happened, truly, nothing really truly changed who you are. In order to come up, you must get that weight off of you. Make it serve you. If you're going to carry weight, weight, you flex your shoulders with it. If you gonna push that broom, you even out them pushes. You feel me? You purpose everything that you go through. Because if you really want to know what so-called perceived people of abundance or people who have access understand, is you utilize everything. You utilize everything for your upliftment. Everything around you must serve a purpose. Like rich folk make money work for them. Doing work in your progress allows for that energy to work through you and for you. Watch how your truth opens doors for you. Watch how living in your purpose make a way for you. Watch how you able to protect your peace. You feel me? Watch how you able to protect your peace by recognizing it's about, staying in the progress, on the road of progress, checking yourself, making sure you doing what's necessary to get where you said you was headed to. You got this. You got this. If you new around here, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you drop a comment. We live in a day and time where you can control the algorithms. You can control what you see. If you over here on TikTok, make sure you check us out at Goldmine Tree Tribe TV. Goldmine Tree Tribe TV on YouTube. You can watch the playback. You can watch the days before. We've been going strong for a while now. When I say a while, I mean over a month. So we got plenty of encouragement, plenty of edification for you over here. This has been another moment in our Blacks Rehab. I want to thank everybody who has supported as well as invested in the platform, as you have invested in yourself, as we seek to invest in you in a symbiotic relationship. As in order to be at the same vibration to catch the wave, we got to synchronize. So I appreciate you coming this way. Appreciate everything you've been through to raise you to this vibration so you could appreciate this conversation when people are no longer patronizing you, but seeking to raise your vibration. With that being said, I ain't gonna hold you. I love you as myself, and it ain't nothing you can do about it, as we are one. And I'm so glad we in connection. Kinfolk, let me see what they talking about. Let me see what they talking about. Pull up a chair. Come over here to the round table where we break it all down. Say what? We just broke bread right now. Remember, catch the playback on YouTube. Goldmine Tree Tribe TV for my family on YouTube right now. I love you as myself. Peace within. Peace out. Over and out.